One afternoon in a quiet town in the US, a man noticed something unusual: a massive elephant standing calmly, tied only by a thin rope around its front leg. What struck him was that the elephant, a creature powerful enough to uproot trees, made no attempt to break free. It simply stood there, still, as if the rope were unbreakable. Puzzled, the man asked the trainer nearby, "Why doesn't the elephant try to escape? Surely it could snap that rope in a second." The trainer smiled and explained, "When the elephant was very young, we used the same rope. Back then, it wasn't strong enough to break free. Over time, it grew up believing that the rope was stronger than it was. Even now, as an adult, it still carries that belief, so it never tries." That moment hit the man like a revelation. The elephant wasn't held back by the rope, but by its own belief. This story has long been used as a metaphor for how our limiting beliefs can keep us stuck in place. Just like the elephant, we may be far stronger than the barriers holding us back, but if we never challenge them, we'll never know our true potential. The lesson of the elephant and the rope is clear. The first step to growth is recognizing the invisible chains we place on ourselves and daring to break free. In the following section, we'll explore 18 powerful strategies to break free from your comfort zone, practical steps that can help you challenge your limits, embrace discomfort, and unlock the potential that's been waiting inside you all along. 1. Acknowledge your fears. Ask yourself what's holding you back from making a change. It's totally natural to feel scared or nervous at the idea of stepping out of your comfort zone. But when you allow those fears to hold you back, you could end up missing a lot of great opportunities. To begin the process of breaking out of your comfort zone, be honest with yourself and ask yourself what exactly you're afraid of. Once you're able to recognize your fears, it can be easier to make changes that directly address your worries. Ask yourself if you're making excuses to avoid leaving your comfort zone. For example, did you turn down a project because you didn't have time, or because you were afraid of presenting in front of your peers? It might help to keep a journal and write down your honest thoughts and feelings. When you're done, read back over what you wrote and see if you can identify any patterns in your behavior or thinking. 2. Set goals for yourself. You'll be more motivated to make changes if you have a goal in mind. Ask yourself why you want to step out of your comfort zone. Is it important to your job, your academic success, your personal life? Once you've identified your why, set goals that are based on your reasoning and will ultimately help you achieve your desired results. For example, you might want to step out of your comfort zone and make more friends to combat feelings of loneliness. With this reason in mind, you might then make it a goal to talk to new people at work or school. 3. Picture your ideal reality to motivate yourself. Think about the best-case scenario if you were to take a risk. If you need some incentive to take that first step out of your comfort zone, take a few moments to list out all of the best things that can come out of your actions. For example, think of the best-case scenario when it comes to making a career switch. You might make more money, be more satisfied with your work, and meet new people who share your interests. 4. Reframe discomfort as progress. Overcome fear by adopting a positive mindset. Whenever you try something new and make a move to step out of your comfort zone, remind yourself that the discomfort you're feeling is ultimately progress that's leading you to achieve your goals. Getting comfortable with discomfort is just like exercising a muscle. You have to continuously do it to get stronger and better. Stay positive by practicing gratitude. Remind yourself of the good things you have in your life and all of the progress you've already made. 5. Take small steps to overcome challenges. Start off easy and slowly work your way towards scarier things. There's no need to dive into the deep end right away. Write down the things that make you uncomfortable or that you're hesitant to try. Then, order them from easiest to hardest in terms of how difficult you think it'll be to overcome them. Once you've made your list, start tackling the easier things and gradually work your way up to harder challenges. Think of this list like a to-do list and make each item as specific as possible. For example, if talking to new people makes you uncomfortable, add items like ask for directions from someone, talk to a store clerk, and make conversation with a stranger. 6. Research new experiences ahead of time. You'll be more comfortable if you have some information beforehand. The fear of the unknown is what holds a lot of people back from trying new things. If you're feeling a bit anxious about trying something new, do some digging online or ask friends or family for advice. This will leave you feeling a little less lost and can even help you get excited about the change. For example, if you're moving to New York City but don't know anything about it, research the different neighborhoods you could live in, how to navigate the subway system, and all the fun things you can do in the city. Utilize community forums like Reddit or Quora to read about other people's experiences and advice. Always practice caution and use your best judgment when consulting information on the internet. 7. Make small changes to your daily habits. Freshen up your routine to avoid staying in a rut. Take baby steps at first and change just one or two things about your daily routine every single day. Stepping out of your comfort zone is all about continuing to move and not allowing yourself to get settled too deeply into one specific habit. Once you've made stepping out of your comfort zone into a daily routine, it'll be much easier to handle bigger challenges in the future. For example, try new foods, go to a new grocery store instead of your usual shop, or listen to a different genre of music. Every day is a chance to learn something new. 8. Look for completely new experiences. Take risks to find new passions and interests. You'll never know if you enjoy something until you take a leap of faith and try it. While this can certainly be a nerve-wracking thought, putting yourself out there and making an effort to try new things or learn something new can be extremely rewarding. Think about things you've always wanted to try, or make a bucket list and slowly work to cross off items one at a time. For example, if you want to try writing and publishing a short story to step out of your comfort zone, start by writing 500 words a day to get into the flow of writing. 9. Change your environment to help you grow. Get rid of things that'll give you an excuse to not try something. For example, if your goal is to socialize with more people, turn off your phone when you go to a party or gathering so you won't be tempted to use it as a distraction. Your environment can hinder or help your progress, so do what you can to optimize it to guarantee success. 10. Reward yourself for trying new things. Treat yourself to stay motivated and energized. For example, whenever you do something that's out of your comfort zone, buy yourself a small treat, take yourself out to a nice meal, or spend time doing other activities that you enjoy. This will give you some more incentive to step out and try new things. For example, each time you step out of your comfort zone and talk to a new person, you might reward yourself with reading a chapter of a book you love. 11. Minimize your discomfort to gain courage. Incorporate things that are familiar to you during new situations. Find small ways to tweak the situation and make it more palatable for yourself. For example, if you're nervous about speaking to new people, steer the conversation toward a topic you're passionate about to make it more enjoyable and engaging for yourself. Instead of just abandoning the challenge altogether, come up with ways to make it more manageable and less scary. As another example, if talking to big groups in large, noisy settings makes you uneasy, find a quieter place to talk to, eliminate one of the things that makes you uncomfortable. 12. Let yourself make mistakes. Remind yourself that it's okay not to be perfect right away. Fear of failure keeps a lot of people from stepping out of their comfort zones, but it's important to remember that making mistakes is what makes you human. When it comes down to it, learning from your mistakes is ultimately how you get better and grow. Instead of berating yourself for doing something wrong, be sure to point out the things you did well and compliment yourself for your accomplishments, no matter how small. Be kind to yourself. Practice positive self-talk to up your confidence. If you constantly tell yourself, "I can't do this," it'll be much harder to motivate yourself to go out and try new things. That's why it's important to change your negative thoughts into positive, uplifting ones. Tell yourself things like, "I can do this," "I'm strong," and "I'm fearless," to give yourself courage and positive energy. Using positive affirmations can help change your perspective on your fears and your own abilities. If you believe you can do something, you'll be much more motivated to try it. 14. Bring a buddy for support. Having a friend around can ease your discomfort. There's no reason you can't rely on friends or family to help you get out of your comfort zone. For example, if you set a goal to hike somewhere new every weekend, bring a friend along. It'll be more fun to reach the end of the trail with a buddy, and they can make you feel more comfortable navigating the unfamiliar terrain. Or, if you're nervous when it comes to public speaking, practice giving a speech in front of your friends and family first. If you have a friend who's also trying to do things that fall outside of their comfort zone, use this as an opportunity to tackle your challenges together and support one another. 15. Surround yourself with supportive people. Ask friends and family for encouragement and positivity. Tell your closest friends, family members, or partner what you're trying to do and why. Chances are they'll be more than happy to get behind you and cheer you on. Whenever you feel hesitant, just know you have a whole team of people ready to celebrate your accomplishments. 16. Follow in a role model's footsteps. Emulating a role model can give you courage and confidence. Good role models can have a powerful effect on how you perceive yourself and the world around you. Think about a person in your life or a famous figure who embodies many of the qualities you desire. For example, choose a role model who's fearless, outspoken, and honest. If you make an effort to copy their positive actions, it might be a lot easier to step out of your comfort zone. Think about your role model's worldviews and values as well. Are these things that you can relate to? Do you think their outlook can help you take steps out of your comfort zone? 17. Give yourself an ultimatum for motivation. Come up with consequences if you don't follow through. If you find yourself hesitating, it may help to put some mechanisms in place that'll force you to take the plunge. For example, tell yourself that if you don't practice your speech, you won't get to watch your favorite show. Coming up with some sort of consequence will help you avoid making excuses and putting off the things that scare you. Rather than tangible consequences, it can also be effective to think about the things you might be forfeiting by not taking risks. For example, remind yourself that not applying for a new job means you won't get the pay raise you want or the opportunity to move to a new city. 18. Use the worst-case scenario to rationalize your fears. Thinking about the worst-case scenario helps you stay realistic. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Then think about ways you could deal with those circumstances if they were to happen. Forcing yourself to take a more objective view on your fears can help put them into perspective, and you might find that there's less to be nervous about than you originally thought. Avoid answering your question with unlikely possibilities like, I could get fired, if you're thinking about your job. If you find yourself thinking such things, go back and ask yourself how realistic those outcomes actually are. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, please give it a like and subscribe to support the channel. Your support means the world and helps me keep creating more content for you.